This is an example of a woman I met at the Bristol Cancer Help Centre, famous for its gentle way with cancer. A new day at the centre starts with an open forum, so that all the new clients and the staff can meet and begin to get to know each other and to explain the day's programme. She had leukemia, and after the forum she came to me and said, "Look, I'm uneducated. I can't understand all these long words like homeopathy and transformation and things like that. And imagery is beyond me. I can't do that." So I said to her, "Okay, well, just lean back in the chair, relax, close your eyes, and just sense, quietly tell me what your cancer looks like." And immediately she said, "It's a crab-like creature." "And what colour is your crab-like creature?" "It's red." "Okay, and what is your crab-like creature doing?" "It's eating up my lifeblood." And so I asked this little tiny meek little woman what she was so angry about. And she said she'd been so angry with her sister for the past 10 years that she'd cut her off and refused to talk to her. And she then told me she'd cut off 2 other people. I just sat there with her, waiting. She then realised what she'd said, that anger was eating up her lifeblood. And then within seconds, she achieved something which few people do. She said, "I'll have to write to my sister. I want to write to my sister. I'll do that." So this woman, who felt she was uneducated, couldn't understand, and that visualization was beyond her, literally hit the target straight away. This woman had gone inside, intuitively recognized the imagery that she received and what it was saying. She knew what she had to do, and she got on and she did it. So she changed her mind, she changed her consciousness, and she would become a far happier, peaceful person. When I was at the Bristol Cancer Help Centre as a holistic doctor, a number of clients had come up to me and quietly said, "Peter, I never dreamt I would say this, but I'm so glad I had cancer. I'm a totally different person."
Story tells us.
Well, I was amazed, I still am amazed, at the simplicity of transformation, and by transformation, the simplicity with what, of the way she realized what was causing her cancer, and how she immediately saw what needed to be done, and she quickly got on and did it and rang her sister and spoke with her and made peace. And yet it's something that many people cannot do or will not do, feel they cannot do, feel they cannot give up being angry, cross, resentful, jealous, envious. And they would rather keep those emotions and thought forms than change and give up what's driving the cancerous growth in their bodies.
what feeding the cancer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I found this part very interesting when she discovered the answer to her own problems.
And that the answer came from her own intuitive image
Exactly.
of what the cancer looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And I found as a generalization that people have no trouble finding an image of their own cancer. And by an image I don't mean a anatomical accuracy about what the cancer looks like.
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 people in every 100 will try and tell you what it looks like anatomically, but from their own personal inner psyche, or a huge percentage of people readily access an image. And once they've told you an image of their disease, it doesn't have to be cancer, by the way.
Mm-hmm. It can be any other problem.
Yes, yes.
Why I'm stuck, or
yes, yes.
why something itches or scratches, and
yes, yes,
so
yes.
if we focus and on that point, the sickness point or any other problem point, if we
Yes.
focus in there, we can find the image, or we can go in that roots why it's in there,
Yes,
and very easily.
yes, and you mentioned the word blockage. I had a client who was on a pathway in his inner image, and there was a big rock in the way blocking his path. And in his imagery he was trying to get round it or over it or through it somehow. And I intuitively felt, no, don't do that. Just stay with the block, stay with the image, and let's find out why it's blocking you. What's the purpose of the block?
How the stone got in there.
Yes,
in
how
first
it got
place.
there. Is it helping you in some way? Is it protecting you from something further ahead?
Mm-hmm.
And that was very helpful. So healing isn't about fighting, it's or struggling. It's
Learning.
It's being with what is in the present moment now, and letting it reveal its wisdom. And real insight and wisdom comes from a level beyond the human mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's a higher state of consciousness, which we all have.
Yeah, like we hear in that story, that woman tells that I'm uneducated.
Yes.
But she can do it instantly. She has no background whatsoever on imagery or focusing self inside or any yoga or meditation, and she can do it instantly. We just need to guide the people little bit, not to take the study away, but just to guide what direction to go. And they can work with themselves very easily.
Healing can be very simple. And I think that this is where, having been a doctor, I think this is where medical education is at fault, really, because it can be very intellectual, very much to do with learning with the mind, and it leaves out intuition. I think the old doctors in the old days, the old country GP or town GP, had kept their intuitive sense, their feeling sense, and would follow that. I think this is what we need to teach our medical students that they have an intuitive faculty which is beyond the intellectual. And at the present day, the intellectual is top of the pack. And I think that's a huge mistake. Because the human being isn't just material energy. That material energy is fundamentally energy. Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. It's all energy.